to all of our lovelies, new and true. You, baby boo, who's catching the replay. Hey, Mystique. Hey. What it do, what it be? Thank you so much, Mystique, for showing up and leaving the comment down below. How are y'all? How are y'all? How are you? How are you? All of you. Peace, exclusive Zai. You done changed your name? Are you the trillist? The motherfucking realist? Exclusive? You coming with the black face. Is that you? It feel like it. It's you. Baby boo, hey. I miss you. Welcome in, y'all. Be sure to show some love. Y'all can drop some blue hearts in to energetically tap in. We're going to be dropping some more hearts when everybody get in or when we actually start. But welcome in. Peace Graffiti. Hi. Coco Mo. You said, okay, Blue, come through. Greetings, Duble, and all those in the chat. Peace and love, baby boo. How are y'all? How are you? Peace, Ray Bay. I wake up singing. You could sing, or can you sing? Which one? Can you sing or can you sing? Hi, Apex. Exclusive Zai. You didn't say if you were the trillist. Are you the motherfucking illest or are you a new lovely? Exclusive? Exclusive. Are you new or are you true? Ray Bay said, what's that on your neck? So here I have a Leo Strength tarot card pendant. And here is a skull. It's a skull and it has opal at the center here. It's a skull with opal here. Brother guys, this was one of like the first gifts he gave me a few years ago, and I hadn't worn it. I don't think it's been like a year since I've worn it, but it spoke out to me today, so I said, okay. You said I did. I said yes. Oh, it didn't show up on my end. It just said peace. I knew it was you. Hey, how are you? Thank you. All right. Graffiti said I sang with the A. Ashe. Peace and love, baby boos, new and true. Welcome to the Crystaline Mars stream. I am Madame Double Jones, the lady with the stones that come here and to leave us alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can. So if you are seeking some guidance or a helping hand, you can book on the website crystalinemars.com for all of your personal one-on-one services with myself and or Brother Lagaz. You can also shop there. We have a plethora of spiritual tools, handcrafted jewels, and more for you. Gratitude truly for the energy exchange in whatever way you choose to do so. To the lovelies who have been placing your orders on the website, to the lovelies who have been doing your soul work, your homework, and booking your actual one-on-one services with us. Gratitude for sharing energy right now in this present moment for however long you choose to stay. Gratitude for the financial offerings that you send our way. We do receive all love. We return it multiplied. If you would like a reading tonight, the floors are open. You can send your love offerings in through Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, Apple Pay as well. The information is down below in the description box, and I'd love to bring clarity and shine a light in regards to any questions that you have. May it be general, love, career-based, past, present, future, ancestral, whatever you need to know. So let's continue to flow with tonight's stream. So, Apex said, looks like azurite. Yeah, no, it's glass blown. It's glass blown. It's just blue and black and like other different glassy swirls. But yes, it's opal right here in the center. Anunnaki said, do you wear that much jewelry all around? Do you wear that much jewelry around all the time? This is lightweight. You call this that much jewelry? Compared to what I normally wear, this is nothing. But it depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I have on one necklace. Sometimes I have on two, a few. Sometimes I have on one pair of earrings. Sometimes I have on two. So it just depends on my intentions. But yes, Ashe, Ashe, so let's go ahead and flow tonight. So the message of the moment is this present energy is calling for you to detach and level up. This energy is this energetic shift. That's what it is. This energetic shift is inviting you. It's calling you. It's nudging you to detach and level up. I was reminded today because there's a lot of shifts that I am being called to make personally when it comes to leveling up, when it comes to aligning with who I am becoming. And I was trying to connect the dots because I'm just like, where is all of this coming from? Because it came in like a wrecking ball yesterday. And yesterday on the 3rd, it was my niece's birthday, but it felt very much rebirthy for me. And I'm like, okay, I am entering my Aquarius, Uranus, Saturnian year on the 18th. If y'all would like to send some birthday love, I accept all love. My birthday is 8/18. It is coming up, but I turn 31, and that 3 plus 1 adds up to 4, and 4s have been showing up heavily today, and I've just been definitely getting a lot of information from multiple sources in regards to leveling up. And I'm like, what is this connected to? Like, why now? Why now? Why now? And you know, we have been tapping into the energy that this August month brings, right? We've been tapping into the Capricorn energy because Capricorn rules the number 8 in numerology. So that has to do with our discipline, that has to do with karma, that has to do with power, that has to do with restrictions, that has to do with responsibility and maturity, right? Y'all, I remembered today that Aquarius, 8, so stay with me, 8 rules Capricorn, but 8 Saturn energy is also Aquarius's traditional planetary ruler before Uranus was discovered. So that's why this month, collectively, we are feeling this pressure to level up. And it's showing up in different ways from the people around us. For some of us, it's our actual partners. To some of us, it's our jobs. For some of us, it's our highest self, our higher self, as we are in this Leo energy that represents the higher self, that represents the core self. And I'm like, so Aquarius, what does that mean, right? Aquarius has that energy of collective evolution. Aquarius energy is connected to like that detachment. And I'm like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Aquarius is connected to future vision. So that's what this realignment is about. Those are the themes: detachment, collective evolution, future vision, discipline, breaking free from expectations with that Aquarius energy, holding ourselves accountable with that Capricorn energy, operating from the heart with that Leo energy, detaching and allowing for the ego to evolve with the Leo energy, not taking everything so personal with the Leo energy, but taking it very personal because it is very personal. Because though Aquarius and Capricorn energy is very uncomfortable, it is for our highest good. Capricorn comes through. Do we have any Capricorns in the building? Do we have any Aquarians in the building? But Capricorn is a strict teacher, the strict father, and it's not to bring suffering. It's so you can get moving and stop buffering. Right? When it comes to this Aquarian energy, it's not about detaching and just letting go and just free spiriting roaming. It's like, no. So combining all of these energies, this is an invitation for us to detach from who we think we are, who we know ourselves to be, and allow ourselves to become. Allow ourselves to transform. Allow ourselves to evolve. We got Aquarius moon. Thank you, lovely, for the happy solar return. You said I'm a Leo and my ex was a Capricorn, and for a reason she is my ex. I could definitely see that power dynamic struggle there. I have Leo and Capricorn in my chart, so I personally imagine what I'm going through, okay? But I've learned to detach with peace. This ain't my first ego death, right? And so that's why I'm here to share, what I know, what I'm learning, what I'm remembering, and to assist you in whatever way I can again. So again, this Aquarian energy, this month of August, is bringing us an opportunity to really let go and align with who we are becoming. Okay? But there is like energetic tension. Interesting that Lovely just said that between and it's interesting that you just said that, baby boo, about the Leo and the Capricorn energy, because that is the energetic tension that we're experiencing as a collective right now, right? The Leo energy wanting to be seen, being prideful, right? Being the light, just being up out there in whatever way we choose to be, right? Or choose to present ourselves. But there's this tension here because we got the Leo when it comes to wanting to be seen, clashing with the Aquarius, which is calling for us to break free from those expectations. There is an energetic shift that will be experiencing in real time when it comes to myself and how I show up. All right. As I said, I was connecting the dots today, and the fours just kept following me. That Aquarius, that transcendence, that level up energy. And I'm like, And so I've been getting very clear on what that looks like, what that will require of me. And so I just wanted to share that with y'all so y'all can understand, overstand, or at least be aware of why my energy is shifting, is because I am consciously making a choice to align with who I am becoming and allow myself to embrace who I am as a whole, but again, answer the calling of my higher self, especially as I transition into my 31-4 year. Okay. So that's the energy, that's the message of the night, the message of the moment that we are experiencing as a collective. So let our declaration be, what are declarations? Let me look at our declarations. Our declaration right now for the moment is, I release who I'm becoming. I release what no longer mirrors who I am becoming. I release what no longer mirrors who I am becoming. I release what no longer mirrors who I am becoming. I pulled out the cards for today, and the Hermit came out. The Hermit came out yesterday. The Hermit is that introspective energy, that spiritual awakening energy, that very much, you know what Spirit's saying. You know what you're being nudged to let go of. We have the Queen of Cups, which is also the energy of emotional maturity, releasing, leveling up, and not being so emotional based. Not letting your emotions override your vision. Like I said, the month of August is inviting us to zoom out and look at the bigger picture with that Aquarius energy. And to also rise to the occasion and not be so fixated, so fixed. Because don't forget, Leo is very fixed. Aquarius is very fixed. But the Capricorn is like, okay, how can we mix? What do we need to release so we can rise? So this is not being so fixated on, again, who you were, or who you know yourself to be. Because then we have the coming out and we have the divorce. Coming out and we have divorce. And this is in alignment with the energy that we're also in with the Chiron retrograde in Aries right now, like we've been talking about. A lot of our identity is being challenged. It's unstable right now. We are being invited to come out of that shell, out of that armor, out of this persona, wipe that facade away, clear the illusions of, maybe a reality or a certain personality that we just started to present ourselves to the world. It's like back to the core. Back to the core. And that's what this August Aquarius energy is encouraging us and supporting us with. Breaking free from those expectations, because again, people are expecting you to show up as you always have been. But you're here right now receiving, being reminded, right? Some of you, this is confirmation. And for some of us, it is the actual reminder, like, oh, yeah, this is the energy. Okay, it makes sense. And that's why I love studying numerology. I love studying spirituality. I love studying astrology in my own way, because I don't just be staring at books all day. So I invite you to open your mind to learning and remembering these things to help you make sense of your own personal life, your own personal season, because it's all happening for a reason. But as long as you just continue to, go with the wind, blow with the wind, you will always lose. Okay? You will always pretend, you will always defend instead of releasing and flowing in alignment with your higher self, with your destiny, my child, my lovely. I just said Destiny Child because I've been listening to Destiny Child today, and it was just the child that's been sticking out. And guess what song played right before I went live today? Right before I went live just now. Bootylicious by Destiny Child. And y'all know I channeled that song 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago when I had said that was the message around your ancestors, or it was an ancestral message, whatever it was, and I channeled the bootylicious energy from the ancestors. So this is heavy on your ancestors, like, okay, come on now, let's go. Let's go. You talked all that trash, you did all that work, now here we go. It's time for you to show up. So we got the coming out and we got the divorce. So a lot of us, like I said, may be experiencing this energetic tension where it's just like, huh. And again, this is not about you dissolving or trying to suppress who you are, like we talked about last night. But this is about you intentionally choosing what energies you're going to pull on, when you're going to pull on them. Hold on, bitch. Speaking of pull, bitch. Okay. So, and then we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. The 9 of Swords in reverse. So whatever it is that's not making sense to you, seek clarity and begin to connect the dots. Where is it that you are experiencing resistance mentally when maybe it comes to accepting something or it comes to understanding something? Seek clarity. And when it comes through, take heed. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't overthink it. It is nothing to fret. Like I said, and for some of you, this is not your first rodeo when it comes to maybe unexpected shifts, when it comes to ego deaths and things like that. And there may have been things that you were awakened to in the past and it was super scary. You ever did something in the past and it was super scary and you were like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know where this road go, or I don't know what it's going to look like. And that was one of the best decisions that you could have made. Some of you took a chance on love. Some of you took that job offer. Some of you made that move. And it was the best thing you could have ever done. Now, I know some things we did that, we probably be like, I won't do that again. But I'm talking about those positive things. You've been here before. You've done this before. And know that if it's good right now, trust me, there's more. And if it's bitter right now, trust me, it gets better. Again, depending on if you choose to rise. It's all a choice. So you're going to rise or you're going to run? Will you rise or will you run? Y'all leave down below. Let me know. Let me know. I'm just curious. You going to rise or are you going to run from yourself? You're going to run from the very thing that you called in. your wealth. Okay, still I rise, rise. Now show up. Show up. The power of the tongue. I was thinking about, how we always declaring every night. We declare, we say these powerful declarations. You be speaking whatever you speak over your life at your own time, within your own conversations. And here we go. Here we go. It's like, okay, now put your money where your mouth is. You talk the good game. Okay? My mom said that's a slope in math, a positive slope. Ashe. Zelle said, call me now. You already know. Rise over run. Oh my gosh. I remember that, Mom. Rise over run. Oh my gosh. You took me back. We got to talk later because I need a refresher. I need a refresher. Graffiti said, like the blood pressure of a person eating pork and fried foods all their life. Still I rise. Ashe. Lately I've been running. It be like that sometimes. But the thing about that damn running, as we're in the month of August, you run back into the same fucking thing that you ran from. So it's like, rise. Rise. Because you're going to keep running in that figure 8. You'll be like, bloop, I'm here again. Where you run from and you back here again. Right? That's why that weed do you was so good. That's why them damn anxiety pills do you was so good. That's why that alcohol do you was so good. Because soon as you come back to life, back to reality, bloop, here you go. What you do? What you do? Where you go? Where you grow? Oh, shit. Oh, hell. Keenan and Kel. So, do you love orange soda, bitch? Kel loves orange soda. That's sacral healing. I gotta connect that because what'd that come up for? What did the sacral chakra come up for? This softness. Healing your relationship with divine feminine within yourself. Because I'm seeing like there's this importance when it comes to, like how as a collective, a lot of us can resonate with channeling our masculine energy when it comes to like work and being disciplined when it comes to work, or things in the physical. But what is that like for you in the spiritual? Do you hold yourself spiritually accountable? Do you hold yourself spiritually responsible? And you may be like, Dublé, what are you talking about? How do I hold myself spiritually accountable? How do I hold myself spiritually responsible? Are you doing the work? Are you studying spirit? Are you connecting with your spirit? Are you evolving your spirit? Are you transcending your spirit? Because don't forget, evolution, remember, evolution and transcendence are two different things. Evolution is just the process in which a thing changes, right? But transcendence is actually to go beyond. So are you watering your spirit? Nurturing your spirit? Okay? I do still have space for a reading. Quan said, so did you really run? Running on a hamster wheel, going nowhere. Well, you did run. You did run. Now, where you ran, that's up for debate. Where you ran is up for debate. How fast you ran is up for debate. What you've learned or experienced while you were running is up for debate. Because the hamster on the wheel, it definitely was running. But just like, we're going to always come back. There's so much that can be learned. There's so much that can be healed. There's so much that can be shared in that hamster wheel run. The infinity, we're going to always come back here, but are you going to come back in the same condition? Are you going to come back with the same posture? the same heart posture? Are you going to come back with the same mentality? Are you going to come back with the same habits? So it's about what you accomplish within that 360 loop. That's what it's about. What did you learn? What did you evolve? Right? So that's it. So let's go ahead and pull. I'm going to tap a little deeper. And then we're going to transition over to personal readings if we do have any. If you would like a reading, like I said, y'all can send y'all love offerings in and I will conduct them first come, first serve. Welcome into everybody who has been joining us recently. Let's go ahead and leave some blue and white hearts, y'all. Baby blue, navy blue, and white hearts, or whatever blue hearts you want to drop. But this is an invitation for us to energetically tap in so you could get as much of a personal reading as you can. Always, again, tap into your intuition, discern, decipher, decode what's here for you. If it does not resonate, then baby boo, maybe it wasn't for you at all or in this present moment. He said, I'm taking a hiatus from herbs, giving my lungs a break. Good, good, good. That's what ultimately I had to shift my mindset to, because at first when it came to smoking, I was like, I went through that, oh, it's unhealthy, right? Or I went through like, oh, we don't know the chemicals that are in it, right? And then I'm like, well, I could smoke freaking herbs like lavender, you know, the other herbs and things like that. And then at a certain point, it was like, okay, but the health of the lungs though. The health of the lungs, like you're inhaling smoke. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I couldn't run from that one. I'm like, dang it. So I was like, yeah, so there's alternatives, right? You can rub some oil on you. You can drink some tea, which I need to do. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, so good for you. I'm sure your lungs will definitely be grateful for the break. Peace and love. Dahlia Rose said, followed you on Instagram, but deactivated and deleted the app. And you popped up here. Welcome, my dear. So you followed us on Instagram, but did you used to channel, did you used to come on the actual lives, or were you just a part of the CMT, the Crystaline Mars tribe? Mike says, smoking is one of those things I did not decide to quit yet. It'd be like that. We're all in different seasons. Some of us may not quit this life. You know, it's not for everybody. So hey, it's about you actually following your calling and your path. Maybe the blow one till you can't no more. So hey, I shade to that. Osei said, yeah, I gotta grow from that smoking too. Trust me, I was at war for like 5 years. It was like maybe 4 years. Especially when I got out of the military, it was like, oh, I could do whatever I like. And then it was like, okay, now hold yourself accountable. And the more you know, it's like I felt convicted every time I did it. It was one of them things where I felt so convicted. And I was like, all right. So you'll know when it's your time to choose for real. Because we always get to choose. But you'll know when you at that crossroads where it's like make or break. And again, everybody is different for everybody. Ashe, peace and love. What would you do for a Klondike bar? What would you do okay, I'm about to go ahead, y'all. I'm trying to read some of y'all comments, but y'all kind of all over the place. Dahlia said, you are amazing, and I knew once you popped back up, hearing from you is supposed to be a part of my journey right now. Ashe, sacred solitude, your messages are everything. Ashe, I'm glad that you're here to receive. Graffiti said, for all the smokers, ginger tea, mullein leaf, and sea moss helps with clearing congestion and removing mucus and buildup from the lungs. I'm definitely working on quitting. Ashe, you still smoking them cigs, you digs? You still smoking them cigs, babe? Kwamisia said, I transitioned to cigars. Technically, I'm not inhaling it into my lungs. Okay. I tap the herb every now and then. Okay. All right. We have something in an anonymous box. Is sage worth the purpose? Definitely. Huh? What did you think?
It was good.
What's wrong? Did we umptious?
Lemony.
Yeah, a little twang. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I put it in my cup and I put it in the
All right. Good night. Nakupenda. Lovely asks, is sage worth the purchase? Absolutely. 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 The dragon's blood, red sage, especially when times feel heavy. The white sage is great for just purifying, cleansing, and setting intentions. What you want to call in, that's when you use your white. When it's like, whoa, what is in the room? That's when you want to go to your red. When you want it to be dead, go to the red. When you want to rebuke, when you want to mute, go to the red, okay? So yes, these herbs, because sage is an herb from the earth, so it has a vibration to it. It has healing properties to it. So when you actually light it, right, energetically it shifts. Energetically it does whatever herb, whatever properties that herb is associated with, it does that. Okay, so let's see what we got for the collective. I'm watching on YouTube and can't comment. The EFT is helping. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yay, SB. I love that for you. I'm so glad that you took heed and you began to do the EFT tapping and that it's helping. I love that for you. All right. Come on, y'all. Collective. Let's see what we got here. Peace, Kiki Blunts. I am back. Just sent $20. I received your love offering, Nana. All right. The devil. We have Capricorn energy showing up. So also, we're gonna get into it. A lot of our shadows are coming up too this month. Didn't talk about that. Shadows, when it comes to like sexual energy, when it comes to temptations. Yeah, this August is the month of fighting temptations. Okay, so there could definitely be some temptations that you find yourself arising again. It's like, holy crap, like I thought I was over this, or like, why am I feeling so like pulled to this? Like, but it's something you used to do, something you used to like, something you used to enjoy, or something like that. It's like, okay, get a grip for it, grip you. You say yes, they are. Them temptations, woo, them fiery sensations. Put some blue hearts in the chat. Double tap the screen for sure, know what I mean? Okay, so we have the moon in reverse. Yeah, so you see this. You know exactly what this is for you. You know exactly what this is for you. Somebody is doing something recreational right now. Maybe in a season it did help you, but it's giving you leveled up, but you still carrying this habit or something. It could be drugs. It could be drugs or something like that. Well, now you just doing it on autopilot. It's like you ain't even getting high no more. Or you ain't even getting drunk no more. Like which or wavy no more, or whatever it was that you was doing it for. It's like it's not even, or summer honey. It's not even throat chakra head at. It's not even bringing you peace anymore. You know, now you more chaotic, you know, or whatever it is. But somebody's definitely still doing something recreational that I'm picking up on. Again, take it as it resonates, but you know if this is for you. It's like, what you doing? What you doing? This is not a secret with the moon in reverse. This is not a secret. What spirit is calling for you to do, what your higher self is calling for you to do, it's Lima Charlie. It is loud and clear. And you know it. But you might be over here with your head wrapped over your ear. I don't hear. We have the other person in reverse. We got the devil upright. The moon in reverse. The other person in reverse. This is heavy on for whoever is in this room. And you blaming everybody else. I need you to look in the mirror. You say they the devil. You said they this. You said they that. They is mirroring you with this moon. But somebody don't want to accept it. There's some resistance that I'm experiencing right now in my present life, and I'm holding everybody else around me accountable. But today I had to sit with myself on Moon Day, Monday, and I'm like, what do I need to shift? And it came to me, like, you got this expectation, but you doing this. So you leaving room for that to happen. And I'm like, okay. And so me calling myself out is it's calling me up, and I'm like, dang, I won't trying to do that right now. I'd like to just say, I'd like for them to just get their life together, and and it's like, no, they are you. So what are you doing? And what are you not doing? What do you need to shift? What do you need to pivot? So it's not the other person to whoever is still harboring something. It's not the other person. Maybe somebody's calling you out, like I said, making you feel uncomfortable. Maybe showing you, and you're like, oh, it's them, or I don't like the way they talking to me, or I don't like they said this, or whatever. It's like, nah, look in the mirror. Put your head wrap up so you can hear a little clearer. Stop. It is not them. It's not me, it's you. What's that song? The Motion by Drake. I guess that's just emotion. Oh. I don't have up the gift. I've been moving state to state. Some of y'all, you moving state to state because you can't, you still have yet to embrace your inner state, your home state, what dwells within you. And so you're isolating yourself or trying to move. Some of us are unstable, can't keep a job, or moving every damn year or something like that. It's like, where are you unstable? What are you, again, trying to run from? What can't you hold on to? You holding on to the things that you don't need to, but then there's other things that the things that you need to hold on to that keep slipping through your hands. The Queen of Swords. Sheesh. Hold on. Remember I said it's not a secret. You know what's up. There could be some conversations, especially with this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is like cutthroat. Cutthroat. And so there could definitely be some direct communication that is, it may seem a little like uncomfortable. It may seem like you may want to go off on them like, hold on, you talking to me crazy. It's like, hold on, but listen to what they say. Let's move past the tone. Let's move past the tone. What is your higher self speaking to you? What is your past self speaking to you? Right? What is your shadow speaking? What is your light speaking? What is your partner saying? What are your children saying? What are the people saying about you that you don't like? That's what I'm talking about. What is it that you don't like that you have yet to deny? Accept, that you're still denying. And some of us ain't in denial. We're like, well, this is just who I am. Again, it's who you are in alignment with who you desire to be. Is what you're doing right now in alignment with that future version of yourself? I invite you to zoom out, right? With this Aquarius, August energy, zoom out. And look and tap into, what does that future version of myself look like? What does that CEO version of myself look like? What does that married version of myself, how does he or she carry themselves out in the world? How do they speak? How does this version of, what does it look like? Are you embodying that? Do you have those daily habits? But with this Queen of Swords, there is definitely some, this is a very communicative time. This is a very communicative time right now. Because we got the so we got the air, we got the earth, and we got the fire. We got the air, we got the earth, then we got the fire. But then we got the cups too, because Leo rules the heart. So we have all four elements here. I'm thinking of the movie Elemental. It's a movie, Elemental, on Disney Plus, if I'm not mistaken, and it was about the elements of the earth. And it was a fire family, and the fire dad wanted to pass down the legacy to his fire daughter, but she was a hothead. So she had to mature and things like that. She connected with the water element, fell in love with the water element, right? Connected with her emotions, with the moon. And she began to balance out her state, and she was able to take on the legacy, or carry the legacy on. But we have all of the elements present right now, again, to allow for us to create a new foundation, to start anew. So be open, be receptive. That's the best thing you could do right now. Be open, be receptive, and ask questions. Y'all love that movie y'all saw before? Great. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Y'all seen it. If you ain't seen it, go look at it. It was pretty interesting. Y'all seen it. Okay, y'all tapped in. Y'all got kids, or y'all just want to go see it on your own. But again, this is a time to ask questions. And again, pay attention to your body language too. Body language energetically shifts things as well. I was having a conversation and I found myself like this. I didn't have an attitude, but I was just listening to what was being said to me about me. It wasn't triggering any of those things, but I just kind of tapped in and I was like, ooh, my arms are crossed, right? Energetically, this is blocking off. And I was like, my intentions right now is really to receive. So I put my hands down and I put them behind my back. I just put them behind my back because it was just a little awkward to just rest them by my side. And I was like, I'm open to receive what this conversation has for me, you know? So that may be something somebody want to be mindful of too. Let's see what we got. Not Shane. Ooh, we got the Eight of Swords. We got the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Swords. The Queen of Swords, the Eight of Swords. I'm just channeling sister locks right now. I'm not sure if somebody's thinking about sister locks or just started a sister lock journey, but sister locks are coming up specifically right now. Pink nail polish as well. I'm seeing hot pink, but I'm also seeing like a nude, like closer to the neutral. But with the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, this is a time to think outside of the box. Out of the box. Then we have the coming out card come out earlier for a collective message. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords. There could be a challenge of your mindset or your beliefs here. We got job loss. Eight of Swords, job loss. So with this energy that I'm picking up now, it's like you may be giving something a lot of mental energy, and Spirit's like, if you just let it go, whatever that thing is for you, you know, if you just let it go, because that's the thing that's stressing you out. That's the thing that's driving your anxiety up a wall. And this is internal. I ain't talking about no external. For some of us, it is external. But with the moon in reverse, this is like you may be trying to project it to make it external. But it's like, no. What's going on within you? What are you still doing day to day? Or what are you still entertaining? You know, that's what you need to lose. That's what you need to let go of. Because with this Eight of Swords, it's like you may be really, like I said, just trying to find a way. And it's like the way is right here. But you are clank with this devil. You are tied down to something. And it may be just an old paradigm or an old way of being. An old way of receiving. An old way of showing up. So you have some decisions to make. You have some decisions to make. With the Eight of Swords, this is kind of taking me back to the lovely who said something about the hamster wheel, right? With the hamster wheel. And we have the Eight of Swords. Swords represents mental energy, the air element. And so it's like, okay, we back here again. Are you ready to transcend? Are you ready to evolve? Are you ready to level up your mindset? Are you ready to challenge your beliefs that you have right now? Or your quote-unquote knowings? Are you ready now with the 8? Or are we going to delay some more? We're going to run some more. You know? With this job loss, some of us are in solitude right now. Some of us have lost a job. Or things are just slowing down tremendously. Slowing down tremendously, creating space for you to maybe think about maybe rerouting. You know, think about what needs to be done right now, or cleansed or released or whatever, what conversation need to be had or whatever. We got playing the part. Job loss, and we have playing the part. Look at this energy here. So you see, both of them, they kind of look like the same vibe, but not the same vibe, the same environment, but a different vibe. Right? They slick look like the same environment, but a different vibe. Here, she's drained, overworked, overbooked, just out of it. And over here, she's like ready to show up, very poised. Look like her life is together. She got it organized. She's ready. She set herself up for success. That's what this energy is like. And like I said, a lot of us are like trying to figure out, like, how do I get there? 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 But maybe it's hard for you to see yourself as maybe even worthy or competent. You know, for whatever reasons. You may be gaslighting yourself. Or lying to your freaking self. That's one thing we're good at doing, is lying to ourselves. Lying to ourselves. So many lies I've told to myself just so I could damn believe what I wanted to believe, so I could continue to do what I wanted to do. Shit. And I'm probably still subconsciously lying to myself in different ways that has yet to come to light. Or it has, right? So, job loss, playing the part. Like I said, whatever this is, we talked about that too. You have timelines shifted. We talked about this yesterday. You have shifted timelines already. So it's time for you to play the part. But you still showing up with this raggedy ass, old ass uniform. Some of us want to be respected, but are not even respecting ourselves. Not even respecting ourselves. Wondering why we still being talked to any kind of way, or why certain things are happening. Because are we really respecting ourselves? Are we dressing respectable? It's given like, I should be able to walk out with a sports bra and a thong and no guy hits on me, or no guy is like, what? Brother Lagai said, tell a woman the truth. If she loves you, she will lie to herself. Hold on. Brother Lagai, you came in with a deep one. I got to let that marinate. Hold on. Tell a woman the truth. If she loves you, she will lie to herself. Brother Lagai, you making me dig. You making me dig. Because that's a deep one. Tell a woman the truth. If she loves you, she will lie to herself. Because she doesn't want to believe the truth that you tell. Sheesh. I gotta let that marinate. I gotta let the dust settle, because that one was a little sheesh. Facts though. Tell a woman the truth. If she loves you, she will lie to herself. This is what he really was saying. Or this is what they really were saying. It's like, no, the fuck, they told you what they told you exactly what it is, but you didn't want to accept that. So you summarized and paraphrased. You summarized, you done paraphrased, you done made a whole different something. So basically what you said, no, that's not basically what I'm saying. I said exactly what I said. Wait. Woo. What we got? The Lovers. Okay, so here we have Gemini. Ooh, and we talked about this. This is literally confirmation. This is confirmation when it comes to like who you are, and like I said, it's about pulling on certain energy, allowing. It's time for us to be conscious of our energy, be intentional when it comes to what energy we choose to express, what versions of ourselves we allow to come to the forefront, because not every room requires all of you. It's taking me back to a conversation I had with Brother Lagos on live a few months ago, and it was something along the lines of women just want to be able to be, I said this, women just we want to be able to be ourselves in totality with our partner, around our partner. And his rebuttal was, but who benefits from that? Who benefits from you showing all of you, even the ugly, the immature? Who benefits from that? And I was like, well, nobody really, but we should still be able to be that. And his message and perspective that he was coming from was, why wouldn't you want to bring the best version and only that best version to your relationship? And I'm like, well, I was a little stuck there. And so that's what I'm picking up here as well. It's like, be intentional on what versions of you bring to the table. Yeah, we get it. We have these shadows, we have these lights, and it's not about suppressing these aspects or pretending like we're something that we're not. It's not about that. It's about being intentional and scanning the room and being intentional with how we want to be perceived and carrying ourselves accordingly. You know, so with this Lovers, the Gemini energy, it's like, embrace the duality, embrace who you are as a whole. But that don't mean you got to be out here loud, you know, or just, you don't have to fully express yourself at all times in order for you to quote unquote be free. Okay? Empowered. Are you in power? Are you in power? Are you in control? Are you managing yourself? Are you just, again, allowing yourself to be a puppet or just blown with the wind? Are you adapting to, are you adapting to the environment that you're in? Because this is another thing too that I'm picking up with this month of August. A lot of us are going to be seeing like, okay, now you're in this room, how are you acting? Because that's the thing too. It's like, we still have these aspects of ourselves, and we still can choose to show different sides of ourselves. But in those rooms where you feel uncomfortable, or in those rooms where, say, it's like people who maybe did things or engaged in things that you no longer engage in, maybe they're having conversations, or maybe just the way they do life or whatever. Now you're in their room. Are you going to adapt to them? Are you going to go back to who you were just so you could be comfortable, or so you could make them comfortable? Or are you going to stand in who you say you are? Are you going to continue to radiate that powerful energy as you have, before? Are you going to shrink now? Are you going to shrink now? So there are some rooms that you're going to need to stand on who you say you are, even when it's uncomfortable for yourself or the other people. And stop flip-flopping to appease. Stop flip-flopping to make yourself comfortable, because you're only really imprisoning yourself. You're only betraying yourself. You're only passing by opportunities that are presenting themselves for you to maximize for you to alchemize, for you to maybe lead or manage. But here you are, maybe trying to blend in. And it's like, no, this is not, we always say that you're not meant to blend in. So stand out then. Stand out. Empower though. Be that supreme, that, what did God say? Embody that, what did he say? Supreme, what is it, guys? Supreme sovereignty. Embody that. It's easier said than done though, but it is only in those environments where we actually get to exercise that, where we actually get to put our money where our mouth is, right? Playing the part. The Lovers. Job loss. We got money mistakes. We got money mistakes. There is themes around money as well, as we are, there is a theme around money as we're in the month of August too, but we got the Lovers, we got money mistakes, playing the part, job loss. So this is also an invitation for us to be honest with ourselves when it comes to how did we end up here? How did we end up here? And taking accountability for maybe our own karma. Taking accountability for our own karma with this Devil Capricorn energy. You know, especially when we make foolish decisions. Especially when we make foolish decisions, we like to blame the other person. Or we like to, I know us women, like to say, oh, it was divine. It was divine. It's like our cheat sheet. It's like our cheat code. It is our way out. Like, oh, that was accountability. Oh no, I'm gonna call it divine. No. And so with this energy that I'm picking up here is like, okay, what part did you play? Maybe in this life or a past life. And that's why I encourage that we continue to study, that we continue to ask questions, that we continue to tune in, that we continue to journey intentionally. Rather it's past life regressions, right? Book your sessions, CrystalineMars.com. Rather it's looking at your birth chart, looking at your karma. Brother Lagos offers that service on the website. It's like a karmic layout to where, because a lot of us are paying karmic debt and we're like, wow, I didn't even know that I was paying karmic debt, because maybe I like to call myself a good Samaritan, or I put out only peace, love, and light. So why am I experiencing this? Your soul has karma attached to it. And so when you were incarnated, certain things just had to play out, and they will play out. But it is the understanding of that allows for us to navigate the space and take accountability, or just accept, like, hey, this is what it is, versus, again, saying, no, it's the other person or whatever. Right? But with this money mistakes, we got job loss. We got money mistakes. Job loss, money mistakes, playing the part. Gemini. Hold on. We about to close out, y'all. We got audit in reverse. We got the Knight of Cups upright. Money mistakes, audit in reverse. Yeah. So, like I said, this is our closeout. We definitely want to be in tune with our inner shadows and the external shadows when it comes to what is influencing us, what is influencing our spending habits, what's influencing our emotions, what's influencing our decisions, what spirits. And when I say what, I'm talking about spirits. I'm talking about spirits. Okay? Because the devil, the shadow, the Capricorn, that's, like I said, that's going to be a theme as we're in the month of August. And with these money mistakes, it's like this is a time for us to start anew, to really, with the audit, with the receipts, to look at like our spending. What are you spending your money on? Because you may have more money if you spent less on other things that actually are temporarily satisfying. It adds up. And moderation is a thing too with the lovers, with the Gemini. It's like balance. Well, Gemini isn't really about balance, but balance, right? Moderation more so. Moderation is more appropriate. Moderation is good, but overindulgence, we want to make sure that we're aware of that. That's it. Be mindful of overindulgence when it comes to overeating, overspending, overthinking, overstimulating. I keep picking up sex. So somebody may want to be intentional with like how you channel your sexual energy, or you may find yourself needing to reel back, right? The devil, there could be like somebody could be struggling with corn or something. I'm just picking up heavy sexual energy. I talked about that earlier. There could be some urges, right? Now it's nighttime and here you go. What you doing with the WYD text? Leave it be. Okay, or if you're gonna use it intentionally. Okay, but yeah, we definitely want to be mindful of the overindulgence at this time and rise to the occasion, right? So let us close out with our declaration. And our declaration is going to be, I detach with peace, not bitterness. I detach with peace, not bitterness. I detach with peace, not bitterness. Because what you bitter for? What are you bitter for? Why be bitter when it gets better? So we got to see the good in all things. See the duality in all things. Okay, I'm losing this, but I'm gaining this, right? This hurts, but this heals. This is the truth. This is the lie. Right? So that's what we have for the collective energy. Thank y'all for sharing this space. I invite y'all, I encourage y'all to book your personal services on the website, CrystalineMars.com, when it comes to the rituals, the guided meditations that Brother Lagos and myself provide. Profound. So if you're ready to level up, holla at me. If you're ready to detach, holla at Brother Lagos. Y'all know Brother Lagos next level. So if you're really ready for that next level, y'all go holla at Brother Lagos. Y'all go holla at Brother Lagos. Y'all know he got like maybe 7, 8 services now. I believe it's 7 in alignment with his life path number. But yes, so we here. We here. And if this message resonates with y'all, y'all leave some blue and white hearts down below. And I'm now about to transition over to the personal readings. I believe, y'all stay with us though. I do believe I have one lovely that sent in a reading. I'm in an offering. And Brother Lagos is going to come through today. He said he was coming through today. So he will be coming through with his spiritual lesson. I'm excited to see what he has for us. He's been on a hiatus for a little minute. So, Ashe. It just said, it seems I came in late. You came in divine. May you receive whatever it is that you need. And this live will be saved. This live will be saved for all to run back and replay. Baby boo. Lovely, you still here? Lovely, it's not loading. Lovely, who sent the cash out? Where are you? What kind of reading would you like? General, love, career, past, present, future, my dear? It just said thank you, love you. Of course. I love you. Derek said, what's up, Miss Cleo? It's me, the one you love to hate. Peace, Derek. Nana said, me? Yes, you, Nana. What you got? What you got? What kind of reading would you like? General, love, or career, my dear? It is not loading, but it was you. Present, future, general. What? Well, the future is present. The past is present. So, okay. Present, future, general. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and text Lagos, and I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling some cards for you. Ready. Present, future, general. For Nana. He says, stay around for the spiritual lesson with Brother Lagos after the personal readings for sure. And I just got one reading, so we about to transition very, very, very shortly. Thank you, Graffiti. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all on TikTok for the likes and the gifts and things like that. We send it back times a million. All right. Okay. Yes, I felt it. So you got the devil in reverse. It's the false person in reverse. It's card number 8, but that's Capricorn. We're going, okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. The audit. We just had that. Brother Lagos said she needs to journal about her past. Okay, so Nana, Brother Lagos is channeling for you that you need to journal about your past. The Goddess Warrior said, how can I start working with you? You can start working with me by heading to the website crystalinemars.com. And on the menu you will see spiritual services, and there you'll see the plethora of services that I provide. And I'd recommend starting there. I'd recommend starting with the consultation first. I'd recommend that you book a consultation so that way we can cover your goals and cultivate a plan moving forward. So I would start with a consultation. I'd love a reading. Send your love offering in, babe. The information is down below. We got terminal illness. Silent Film said that card flew out for sure. You seen it? This other one flew in the same direction, like same spot actually. We got the 5 of coins. Wow. So, Queen of Wands. We got the Empress. So, Nana, there is something that is weighing on you. It feels like it's hitting all things. We got mental energy here. We have emotional energy here. We have financial energy here. We have all of the elements here. So you may definitely, I'm not sure if you feel overwhelmed, but starting off with the false person in reverse, there is definitely this illusion energy here. There could have been relationships that maybe left, people that left your life. There could be grief here, but it's as if the energy didn't go anywhere. Just the physical vessel or the physical manifestation of it just looks different. There does feel like this sense of something happening fast and unexpected for you. And that could just be the winds of change that are just blowing in your life. It's just like, it feels like a whirlwind right now as I tap into your energy. Like, it's just hard to see the other side. Or maybe it's hard for you to really understand how something is benefiting you. But with this Queen of Wands, I would definitely recommend that you, Brother Lagos did channel that you need to journal about your past. We do have the audit card here. So this could be journal about your past and maybe also reflect on some past journaling if you have done that. But reflecting on the past. Reflecting on the past. There could be some things that you need to remove from your phone as well. I am seeing like some notes. Maybe pictures or something like that. There is a ritual that needs to be conducted. Cord cutting with this false person in reverse. I would recommend checking out the cut and clear ritual on the website crystalinemars.com, or you can conduct your own. But there's definitely some fire. You definitely want to utilize this fire element. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom. at the end of the deck. So definitely utilize this Leo season, because this Queen of Wands represents Leo. It has to do with like heart matters, terminally ill, 5 of Coins. I'm picking up on pessimism. Maybe you just feel like things are not moving anywhere or moving along. It's just like something does feel like reoccurring. There is a lot of lack here. There is a lot of dis-ease here. Return to self. I'm hearing return to self with this Empress, Taurus. So yeah, definitely I'm picking up that you need to exercise the sacral, the solar plex, and the throat chakra. Because it's a lot of things that you just like let slide, that you kept to yourself, and it just began to fester. It began to really affect you negatively. And sometimes it's not about what you say, it's everything that you don't say. But you definitely need to be honest with yourself. Have some honest conversations. And that may be the journaling of the past that came up for Brother Lagos. Like, be honest and take accountability for the part that you played, or the things that you said yes to, or that you kept returning to. There's this energy of suffering in silence. Not allowing yourself, you being too prideful to ask for help. Maybe you didn't have anybody to lean on, and you're the one who always, or at least you feel like that, people always lean on you. And so maybe, you know, in your darkest moments or those times of need, you were just like really struggling, or you may be in this energy now. So this is a time to really open up and allow yourself to receive the support that is here. I'm here to support you. Brother Lagos is here to support you. I don't know who else is around you to support you, but I do feel like there is a lack of feminine support in your reality that may be leaving you feeling abandoned or just isolated. But something is not what it seems. Did you have you go over there, you quiet, Nana. Nana, did you just recently have like a falling out with a woman, or is there like a gap between you and women in your life? Like you don't really have a relationship with women at all, for real? Does that resonate with you? It just feels like nobody's here, like in the physical. That's what it feels like nobody's here. So that's what I got for you, Nana. That's what I got for you. You would definitely benefit from some from a cut and clear and a walk with Obanani. Nana said, my spiritual mentor is the first one that left me. Ashe. Well, you know, I'm sure that they left you with everything that you needed, and it's now up to you to take what you've learned and take that on to the next chapter, the next season of your life, and allow for that's probably what I was picking up on when I was like, something's gone, but it's not. It's still here. It's not what you think. So again, something could have definitely transformed, showed up in new form. And so are you open to receive that, or are you stuck on what it used to look like or how it used to come? Peace to all of you who have joined us. As we said, thank you. That was beautiful. Ashe, of course. Thank y'all for sharing this space. I look forward to connecting with you, Nana. I look forward to it. Are you new? I don't remember ever seeing you here. Are you new here? Or are you true and you was just in the shadows? Like Brother Lagos right now. Brother Guys is literally like Shadow Man. He look really shadowy over here on YouTube. All you see is like the glare in your glasses and you look super dark. But let's go ahead and leave some white hearts, y'all, to energetically tap in with Brother Lagos's energy. He will be coming through with the spiritual lesson for tonight. If y'all would like a reading or any spiritual guidance, spiritual clearings from Brother Lagos, his Cash App information is down below. It is in the description box for our YouTube lovelies, and it's pinned down below in the comment on Instagram if y'all like to send love offerings in to connect with him. He does have one lovely in queue, Sodden Films. But other than that, I will see y'all in the comments and on the other side for those of you who are ready to level up. That's Shay. Peace and love. Later.
Peace, family. Not gonna be on long tonight. I'll be in and out. So lesson will just be a real quick one. Just quickly go over two things. Number one, the door. A lot of the time, especially when we're going on to these, talking to spiritual guides, spiritualists, right? Or just going through our own lives, we're looking for the door to success, the door to happiness, the door to the next level, the door to, turn that fan on. Top here. We're looking for the door, all right? And then when we can't find that door, we don't see the door when we, are in between doors, right? We were in one door when things were going a certain way that we wanted to go. Growth was happening. Ascendance was happening, or progression was happening. And then doors closed, right? So then we sometimes, they say when one door closes, another door opens, right? But a lot of us tend to experience, quite a gap between one door and the next door, right? And that's because there's not really a gap between doors. There's just a gap between the doors that are important to you, the doors that you are looking for, right? When one door closes, immediately, yes, another door opens. The question is, do you see that door? Do you have respect for that door? All right. That door that opens may be something that you're not really interested at the time. It may be something that you really don't care for. Or maybe you don't like. It might be something that you completely hate, right? But that door was opened. And it's important to walk through that door completely, fully, and take advantage, because every door that opens has a gift for you. Every door that opens has a tool, has a skill, has an experience point, something for you, right? Has wisdom for you, right? So the best thing to do is, yes, it's perfectly fine to look forward to that big door that you're waiting for. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a new location, right? There's no problem looking forward to those big doors, right? But be mindful to not ignore the small doors that are open right now. The second thing that I want to quickly go over is it's when it comes to negative feelings, what we call negative feelings: fear, sadness, depressions, anger, right? Annoyance, frustration. These feelings, yes, are natural, right? They are normal. Anxiety, right? Anxiousness. These feelings, they do happen, but we tend to feel them more than we really should. And yeah, you know, there's the chakra thing and, you know, spiritual imbalances and trauma, stuff like that. But a big part of why we feel overran and overwhelmed by a lot of these emotions, sometimes just out of nowhere for no reason, is mainly because of poor nutrition. It's poor nutrition. Okay. The more mineralized you are, naturally and by default, the more stabilized your emotions become. It's harder to be angry. It's hard to be sad, depressed. It's hard to have anxiety. It's hard to be fearful. It's hard to be worried just by having the proper nutrition and mineralizing the body. Ashe. Now I'm not going to go any deeper tonight, in particular when it comes to the mineralization, right, and the nutrition. But that's just food for thought for right now. So we're gonna move on forward. Peace to everybody on all of the platforms, the YouTube, the OGs on IG, as well as the TikTokers. But Tom JD1 just said this does have a really good question here. It said, what does mineralization mean? That's a very good question, right? When we talk about nutrition and we're talking about feeding the body, what we are essentially talking about is getting essential and powerful minerals into the body, right? Meaning organic crystals. We need to get organic crystals into the body. See, when you talk about amethyst and citrine and rose quartz and jade and obsidian and all these other, crystals, these are all inorganic crystals, right? Essentially meaning that they're not edible, they're not digestible, right? They're not metabolizable. Ashe. But in order to mineralize the body, to truly mineralize the body, you need organic crystals, right? This is your, your magnesiums, your cobalts, your amino acids, right? Your vitamin D's, your vitamin K's, your vitamin A's. Ashe. Your vitamin B complexes, right? These are all crystals that you are consuming. Someone said meth. Maybe not quite. That's not I don't think that would be considered an organic crystal. Maybe, but definitely not one that we want, right? Right. But that's mineralizing the body. Because those minerals is what allows the body to commit to the necessary functions that optimize our bodies. Right. So when you think about nutrition, when you're thinking about feeding the body, what you're really talking about is mineralizing the body. That's all you're really doing, right? This is what I personally believe, this is my own opinion, that ultimately the goal really is to reach a point to where we're not eating any live things anymore, but we're just just purely just consuming supplements, right? Because that's all you actually need is the minerals. You just need the mineral content, right? Now, at the same time, the challenge with that is that's live things, like live, like, like plants, um, and animals, right? The only challenge then would be is the bacteria that we need, but we have found ways to grow and those cultures and bacteria. So basically, we can take those as well, and we're getting better technology to where we can just get better forms of these bacteria to keep our microbiome strong, our that's in our gut as well as in our mouth and our total digestive tract, and the microbiome. I don't know if we'll call it microbiome, but probably microbiome that's on our skin that covers our entire skin, and then the microbiome that is makes up our aura, right, or a portion of our aura. The other portion would be the electromagnetic field. Sure. Sure. He said in 2 minutes he will talk about quantum vibrations. I won't talk about quantum vibrations because I'm not. I don't know what a quantum vibration is, so I wouldn't speak about. I know what vibrations are, but a quantum vibration, I wouldn't know how to really explain that. I'm sure I could easily pretend that I know what I'm talking about if I said quantum vibrations, but I don't, so I'm not going to talk about quantum vibrations, not at all, right? But I do know what an electromagnetic field is, so I can talk about that. Right? So, baby, was it Baby Boo or no, Babu, Babule? I'm not sure. 444. So did you seriously respond to this? I did, right? Just in case you really needed to know or understand or want to know where we're coming from. So now I'll go to the side and films. I know he wanted a card pulled. I believe that's right, side and films. Let me know what direction did you want me to pull the cards in, right? There is some spiritual mind pulling that's already connected to me. I can see that you do have a thirst for knowledge, a thirst for like success in many different areas. I see in communication and entrepreneurship and relationships. In a almost like in a very fantastical way, and almost like a fantasy, like the American dream type of way, in a sense, right? But I can feel that, right? But was there anything in particular though that you were looking for? Any type of like answers you were looking for? Maybe certain skills that you're trying to unlock or trying to maybe understand, right? I can feel that's a big part of it. Like, what skills is it that you're trying to unlock, understand, trying to discover? What is it that you're trying to dive deeper into your treasure chest of abilities or knowledge? Yeah, what do you think, Side and Films? Said the 2222 says graffiti on the clock, Ashe. Shay, I see you on TikTok as well, Shay. And peace, I appreciate the hearts on TikTok as well. SLJ says, all anyone will ever need is Jesus Christ. Well, you do need air. You need water. You need food and nutrition, right? You need companionship. You need family. You need infrastructure. You need money. You need teachers. You need protectors, whether it be like militarily or some kind of enforcement, right? There's a lot of things that you need outside of Jesus. This is why I don't know not one Christian who just lives out in nature and nature with the Bible. You know, all they need is Jesus. Like, no. They need their car. Everyone needs their car. Everyone needs their phone. Everyone needs all of these things, right? Until I meet a Christian or a Jesus follower, I'd rather say, until I meet a Christian follower who just only relies on Jesus and nothing else, then, I'll believe such a statement. I'll believe that it's a true statement that you actually believe in, that is heartfelt, that you're really, sincere about, that you're saying in good faith and not just saying it because it sounds cool or it's common. Shed to lead Pope. Matana says, what do I believe? I believe a lot of things. Number one, I believe in myself. That's number one. All right. Side of films, he said writing is one. Okay, writing. Okay. But I need to know right now is also good if you can't get anything. Well, Graffiti said he wanted the live clearing. Shit. Well, yeah, I could do that. Not tonight though. Let's shoot for tomorrow. Yeah. And that's probably what needs to be clear. I need to clear that whatever is on your chest, on your torso area. I feel that's what needs to be cleared out. Right. You're definitely holding some stuff in your trunk. You're holding like excess energy. Right. It needs to be cleared or needs to be moved or circulated. Matana says, what religion do you follow? I don't follow any religion. I try to learn from all the religions, but I don't follow any particular religion. I try not to get caught up in the concept of religion, which people fall into all the time. Like for instance, there's vegans who make veganism a religion, right? Meaning that it becomes religion becomes people's gods instead of God being your God. God is so massive, is so expansive, and so astronomical. There isn't a word to even explain God. It will be it's ludicrous, it's ridiculous, in my opinion, from my perspective, to believe that one can fully or adequately, is probably a better term, to adequately connect or learn or download from God through one religion, because the religion ends up becoming bigger than God. the Christians make Christianity bigger than God. They say things like Jesus and all these other things, but really, oh snap! See, and as I drop the cards, I see the Queen of Clubs pull up right here. Queen of Clubs represents God, but that's a whole nother conversation. But people make the religion their God, and not God itself, their self. So that's why I don't believe in any religion. Going back to Side and Films though. Side and Films. I see there's a lot of energy here. Side and Films, let's see. I don't know anything about the chaos theory. Babu. Let's see, Side and Films. So Side and Films, you need to expand your mind, you need to expand your knowledge. In particular, okay, so you need to expand. Okay, you need to expand your knowledge and understanding of the occult knowledge that is associated with the feminine side of God, right? Which would basically be the dark, in a sense, the dark arts, right? The feminine side of God is darkness. The light side of God is the masculine. And then we as the beings are the connection between both, right? So you need to do some studying and some learning and some discovering of the feminine aspect of God through the occult, right? You don't necessarily have to practice, but understanding concepts like witchcraft. You don't have to practice it, but just like understanding what it is, how it works, like what's going on, right? Understanding the woman herself, right? Understanding chaos, which is darkness. Well, actually, chaos is kind of light, but it depends on how you see it. But I'll just say chaos for now. Chaos, or perceived chaos, you know, death, trauma, sacrifice, possession, spiritual possession, you know, rituals, you know, things like that. Things like that. That is something that, and you'll actually be able to discover a lot of this through the vessel that the feminine likes to use, which is the woman. Which is the woman, right? To those who are ready, who are prepared, who are, in a sense, you could say, chosen, right? The feminine energy through the woman will choose a lot of the masculines who are good candidates for this spiritual growth and ascendance, right? But they will test you in many ways, not just through communication, verbal, but through dreams, through what they call voodoo or roots and all kind of stuff, right? But it's through this process, you know, that you will achieve the King of Spades, the wisest card of them all. Oh, shit. Looking like Keith Sweat. Shit, it's Keith Sweat. Babu says, yeah, keep going like I don't exist, while talking about learning and how people should think. Well, you seem to be a very selfish person, 444. You like you like for the world to revolve around you. I see, you know, and that's okay, right? That is the level of, you know, maturity that you're still working through, right? It's what happens when, you know, when people have a lack of connection to self. They tend to want people to focus on them a lot because it makes them feel like they matter, because they don't know why they should matter. So then they need for people to make them matter. So I understand, Babu. So you know, hopefully, you know, me and the collective can assist you in your journey to finding the why you matter. Ashe. Side of film says interesting. So the feminine side of God to study. Yes, the feminine side of God to study, to go deep into. Side of films. I don't know if you're ready to go into that type, have that type of journeys, but you know, that seems to be what you need in order to expand your mind to the next level in all the areas of your life, right? To help you become the quote unquote jack of all trades. It is the feminine energy that connects to all things. The masculine connects to things one at a time. Dane, what's up, young Ashe? appreciate the youthful comments. And why Des, thank you, mods. Amazed at these comments instigating for attention. Well, you know, but that it's okay, because it's important to understand that children seek attention, right? You know, I oversee children, so I understand. They seek attention. And when they don't receive the adequate attention, you know, they lash out in different ways, right? They crash out in different ways, right? And it is up to, you know, adult, mature, you know, minded individuals to help those children, no matter what their age is, to try to help them in their growth and maturity so that they no longer need that type of focus. Ashe Silent Films. Babu says, while you are listening to yourself saying you know life better than others. Well, I didn't say I know life better than others. I know life as well as I can know life, like anyone else. Therefore, I only express my version, my perspective of what life is. And for some, you know, it'll be very eye-opening, and for others, they may have an even better perspective than I do. Sure. Ashe Graffiti, did I ever express my gratitude for channeling, creating fortitude? Ashe, well, you have now, so Ashe to that, Ashe to you. And when there's one-track minds just can't expand yet. They can't expand yet, right? But sometimes if you put the right words together in combination, you unlock something. And that's what I try to do. It works every once in a while. It works every once in a while. Babu said, I like to listen to myself, but not that much. Ashe. Ashe to that. Moment Khan, powerful name. I needed to open all my chakras. Really, all your chakras are open. None of us have really closed chakras. I think there is a possibility that some certain types of people might have closed chakras, but I'm still unsure about it. But to my belief, we all have open chakras. It's just about how open or how stimulated are your chakras. There's different levels to how open or how in motion they are. Babu says, all you see sinking intention while you were talking about magic half naked on the internet. Well, I have a shirt on and pants and long sleeves, so I don't think that in any way constitute as half naked, but I understand what you're trying to say. But yeah, to some extent, you know, I do seek attention like everyone else, but not in the same way. I don't seek attention for validation, but I do seek attention for success. And for spreading, you know, what it is that I have. And then when I'm also speaking and spreading, I end up actually become enlightened in some type of way from other people. So it's actually a great way for me to bounce concepts off with other people. Ashe. Anyway, Debs, I know you can handle it for sure. You both can. And that's talent and patience. Ashe, right? Ashe to the patience and to the skill. Babu says, no, you don't express yourself. You want people to follow your Genius. Well, it would be nice. I'm not gonna lie, it would be nice for, you know, an incredible amount of people to follow, you know, my thoughts and follow my direction. You know, but the universe has different plans for me. So there are some people that come on and do listen and do take heed. But unfortunately, for my own ego, I don't get to receive as much validation or as much followership as, you know, I truly would like in my you know, heart of hearts. But I accept, you know, the few that I do reach and I do touch, and then you know, I know in the short run and the long run, it is, you know, assisting me in my own progression and growth. And Babu says, let's forget about everything I said. Just one question. What about personal responsibility with God and magic cards? Shay. Well, the cards aren't magic, right? You are the magic. We are the magic, right? So that's one. Personal responsibility, well, that's up to you, right? Peace to Charmaine. Personal responsibility, well, actually, it depends on the culture, but because the personal responsibility is based on a lens, and that lens is based off of how the people in a culture, in a society, in a group have decided on how to perceive things and how to dictate what you are personally responsible for, right? So personal responsibility is a thing, right? But it's based off of what the group, how the group has collectively has agreed upon what you're responsible for. Shay, we are in tricky times where we're in a space, the times of, you know, my truth type of thing. So it can be kind of confusing and inconsistent when it comes to what our personal responsibility is, right? So, you know, that is a challenge in today's times. So, you know, it's a good question, though. It's a good question, or a good statement, or it's a good question, right? It's a question, right? So magic is life in someone's hands, Ashe. If you could kindly screenshot the channel name, Crystaline Mars, right? Crystaline Mars, right? That's the channel name. And Babu says it's forgetting yourself. Oh, I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but I'll show you. Magic is a space without pressure. Okay, that's interesting. I've never heard that one before. Space without pressure, but I could see that. I could see that based on my understandings of magic. I could see that being the case. Space without pressure. I could see that. I shade to that. Babu. But I think, you know, I appreciate, you know, Babu. I appreciate Silent Films and Graffiti and everyone, and Y Debs and everyone else that was on tonight. You know, I think it was a very constructive dialogue. I feel like we all grew in some way. Graffiti says, if you could revive one ancient kingdom from history, what would it be and why? It would probably be Atlantis. It would be probably Atlantis. And I say Atlantis because they had seemed to have reached or have built something quite phenomenal and prosperous, quite advanced, and it seemed to be very interstellar. Um, yes, I would say Atlantis. Babu says Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis, definitely, right? Atlantis. I don't really have any desire for any of the regular people kingdoms that have existed in the past, because they would just be regular people stuff, right? Or it actually would be um, any other, regular historical ancient places would be filled with actually probably a lot of death and war and stuff like that. So I don't want to go that route. you know. Um, so it would be Atlantis, right? But do understand, Babu, that probably wasn't the actual name. That's just the name we use today, right? Um, but whatever that group was called, who were the quote unquote Atlanteans, on whatever land they were on, it's kind of unsure where Atlantis was. It might have been, the whole Earth might have just been Atlantis themselves. So it's kind of hard to say. But that time, that space, was definitely something very powerful and magical about those people. Um, and Egypt might have been a part of that. Ancient Egypt might have been a part of that, right? So that's why I say that, because when you say like ancient Egypt, that'd be tough because of there were so many different dynasties and groups that were in Egypt, and some were not very great. And so, but if we go back to Atlantic times, then I think that kind of we can kind of guarantee some like level of greatness there. Well, Babu, I'm pretty sure that Atlantis, or what we're calling Atlantis, definitely existed. I think it definitely existed. There's plenty of geographers and geologists and different other types of science people that and plenty of ancient civilizations with writings, and even the ones that the white people held in the highest regard, like Plato. All right. There seems to be pretty good evidence of such a place like Atlantis once existing. How can you discuss about Atlantis and Santa Claus, bro? Well, Santa Claus was a real person. Not in the way that we think about Santa Claus today. But technically, there was a Saint Nick who did give presents. He happened to be black, but that's a whole nother conversation. So you think there were people breathing in water who have crazy technology like Wakanda? They might have had technology probably maybe similar to Wakanda, maybe, I don't know. Did they breathe underwater? I don't think, based off of what we believe to be evidence, I don't think Atlantis was an underwater place. I believe it was on land above the water. So you're thinking of the comic book Atlantis. I'm talking about like the historical Atlantis that was above ground. Right. So I can see where the confusion's coming from. You're thinking we're not talking about the comic book. Yeah, and Jesus. Well, Jesus. Actually, I do want to. Let's just put this. We should actually be very concise about this. Jesus was not black. Jesus was something else. We'll say white for now. He definitely wasn't black. Now, Yeshua was black. But Jesus was not black. Yeshua was a form of black, but Jesus definitely was some sort of a caucasish type of person. Arabic is like caucasish. It's caucasish. Right. So, I think that's important that we solidify that. Okay. Babu, I guess you're not a Christian. You definitely don't mess with Jesus there. I mean, yeah. Said Diddy's the new Jesus. No, I think it's Kanye, but I don't know. But I think we've got to everybody now. I think I've answered all the questions in the way they need to be answered. So we'll go ahead and say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. And we will catch you all tomorrow. Ashe.